Brazil, a land of vibrant rhythms, endless coastlines, and wild nature. A country where every corner feels alive with color and sound. From the dense Amazon rainforest to the golden beaches of the Atlantic, Brazil is a place of vast contrasts and rich culture. In this journey, we explore the beauty and diversity that make Brazil one of the most fascinating destinations on Earth. We will discover hidden waterfalls deep in the jungle, feel the energy of carnival in the streets, and stand beneath the towering statue of Christ the Redeemer that watches over Rio de Janeiro. This country is the largest in South America, and it is home to more than 200 million people. Its landscapes stretch across more than 8.5 million square kilometers, covering lush rainforests, wetlands, mountains, and miles of coastline. Brazil's spirit lives in its people. Warm smiles, open hearts, and a love for life can be felt in every village and every city. From the rhythms of samba to the roar of football stadiums, this country moves to a beat all its own. Rio de Janeiro, a city where mountains meet the sea and life is lived under the warm sun. Known for its breathtaking scenery and lively spirit, Rio is one of the most famous cities in the world. The city is watched over by the iconic statue of Christ the Redeemer. Standing more than 700 meters above sea level on Corcovado Mountain, the statue opens its arms wide, as if embracing the entire city below. Below the mountain, Rio's beaches are the heart of daily life. Copacabana and Ipanema are more than just stretches of sand. They are places where people gather to swim, play football, and enjoy the sunset. The sound of waves mixes with laughter and the beat of samba music. Sugarloaf Mountain rises at the mouth of Guanabara Bay. A cable car ride to its peak offers one of the best views of Rio, where city, ocean, and forests come together in a perfect scene. Rio is famous for its carnival, the largest in the world. Every year, millions of people fill the streets to dance, sing, and celebrate, with colorful costumes and samba parades that light up the city for days and nights. Beyond the beaches and parties, Rio's neighborhoods tell stories of its history and people. Iguazu Falls, one of the greatest natural wonders on Earth, hidden in the lush border where Brazil meets Argentina. These mighty waterfalls are a true force of nature. Iguazu means big water in the native Tupi language, and standing here, the name feels just right. The falls stretch for almost 3 kilometers, with more than 270 individual cascades pouring into the river below. The most powerful part is called the Devil's Throat. This giant horseshoe-shaped drop sends millions of liters of water crashing down every second, creating mist so thick it rises like clouds into the sky. Rainbows often dance in the spray, adding a touch of magic to the roaring water. Surrounding the falls is the Iguazu National Park, a protected rainforest full of life. Colorful birds, playful monkeys, and even jaguars find shelter among the dense trees and hidden trails. Wooden walkways and viewing platforms bring visitors close to the edge, where they can feel the thunder of the water beneath their feet. Boat rides take the brave right up to the base of the falls, where the force of the water can be felt in every drop. Fernando de Noronha, a paradise island in the Atlantic Ocean, far off the coast of Brazil. This small archipelago is one of the most beautiful and protected places in the country, known for its crystal clear waters, rich marine life, and untouched beaches. Only a limited number of visitors are allowed each year to keep nature safe and pure. This makes Fernando de Noronha feel like a secret island, where nature comes first and people are only guests. The beaches here are among the best in the world. Baía do Sancho is famous for its soft white sand and turquoise water, hidden between high cliffs and reached by a steep stairway that feels like an adventure on its own. The ocean around the island is a wonderland for divers and sea turtles, dolphins, colorful fish, and even gentle sharks swim through the clear blue. Spinner dolphins gather in large groups near the shore, playing and leaping from the water at sunrise. The island is also a sanctuary for rare birds and native plants. Trails lead visitors through rocky hills and hidden lookouts, where every view is a Lençóis Maranhenses, a landscape like no other in the world, found in the far northeast of Brazil. This national park is a desert of white sand dunes, stretching as far as the eye can see. But what makes it truly magical are the blue and green lagoons that appear between the dunes after the rainy season. The name Lençóis Maranhenses means bed sheets of Maranhão, because from above, the endless rolling dunes look like soft, white sheets spread across the land. When the rain falls, fresh water fills the valleys between the dunes, creating thousands of crystal clear lagoons. The pools are warm and inviting, turning this sandy desert into an oasis of life. Some lagoons can be as long as a football field and as deep as a swimming pool. Visitors come to swim in these natural pools, climb the dunes, and watch the sunset paint the sand and water with golden light. It is a place where silence is broken only by the wind and the soft splash of water. Lençóis Maranhenses is also home to unique wildlife. Fish eggs lie hidden in the sand during the dry months, waiting for rain to bring life back to the pools. Chapada a land of hidden canyons, crystal rivers, and ancient table mountains, rising high above the plains of Bahia, in the heart of Brazil. This national park is a treasure for nature lovers and adventurers who come to explore its wild beauty. Long ago, this region was famous for its diamond mines. Today, the real gems here are the waterfalls, caves, and endless trails that reveal new wonders at every turn. One of the park's greatest sights is Cachoeira da Fumaça, the Smoke Falls. It is one of the tallest waterfalls in Brazil, with water dropping for almost 400 meters and turning into mist before it touches the ground. Hikers climb rocky paths and stand at the edge to watch this thin white ribbon disappear into the deep green valley below. The rivers in Chapada Diamantina run clear and pure, forming natural pools and hidden beaches, perfect for a swim on a hot day. Poco Azul and Poco Encantado are two caves where sunlight passes through the water, making it glow in shades of blue so clear. You can see stones lying deep below the surface. Jericoacoara, a small village hidden among sand dunes on the northern coast of Brazil, where time slows down and nature shows its calm and wild beauty side by side. Once just a quiet fishing village, Jericoacoara, or simply Jeri, is now a dream destination for travelers seeking clear waters, endless dunes, and a laid-back atmosphere far from busy cities. The journey to reach Jeri is part of its charm. Visitors cross sandy roads and open dunes by buggy or four-wheel drives until they reach this paradise by the sea. There are no paved streets here, just sandy paths lined with small inns, beach bars, and cozy cafes. One of Jeri's most famous sights is the Pedra Furada, a large rock arch shaped by wind and waves. Many visitors walk along the beach at low tide to see the sun set perfectly through the stone window. The beaches are calm and wide, with warm, clear water and gentle waves. Strong winds make this one of the best places in the world for wind and kite surfing. Salvador, a city where history, music, and deep cultural roots come together on the sunlit coast of Brazil. Known as the heart of Afro-Brazilian culture, Salvador is one of the oldest cities in the country and a place where tradition and joy live in every street. Founded in the 16th century, Salvador was once Brazil's first capital. Its old town, called Pelourinho, is a living museum of colorful colonial buildings, cobblestone streets, and churches decorated with gold and art that tell stories of the past. Walking through Pelourinho feels like stepping back in time. Bright houses line narrow roads while the sound of drums and laughter echo through open squares. Capoeira circles gather on street corners, where people dance and fight to the beat of the berimbau. Salvador's coast is lined with beautiful beaches, where warm waters meet golden sand. Porto da Beira is one of the city's favorites: calm, waves, local food, and sunsets that turn the sky into a painting of orange and purple. This city is famous for its music and food. Drums and samba reggae fill the air during Carnival, one of the most vibrant street parties in the world. Ouro Preto, a city frozen in time, among the green hills of Minas Gerais, in the heart of Brazil's colonial past. Its name means black gold, a reminder of the riches that once flowed from these mountains during the gold rush of the 18th century. Today, Ouro Preto is one of the best preserved colonial towns in Brazil. Walking through its steep, winding streets feels like stepping into a living museum where every church, square, and house tells a story from long ago. Colorful houses with wooden balconies line narrow stone streets that climb up and down the hills. Baroque churches rise above the rooftops, decorated with carved wood, gold leaf, and sacred art by master artists like Godinho, whose work still amazes visitors centuries later. The Church of São Francisco de Assis is one of the most famous landmarks. Its grand facade and detailed carvings are treasures of Brazilian colonial art. Inside, walls and ceilings shine with gold and paintings that reflect the deep faith and artistry of the time. In the center of town, Tiradentes Square is surrounded by historic buildings and watched over by a statue of Tiradentes, a hero of Brazil's fight for independence. Paraty, a coastal jewel where mountains meet the sea, hidden on Brazil's lush green coast between Rio de Janeiro and São Paulo. This small colonial town feels like a step back into another century, where time moves slowly and beauty is found in every detail. Paraty was once an important port during Brazil's gold rush. Ships carried gold from the mines of Minas Gerais through steep trails to be loaded onto boats bound for Portugal. Today, the gold is gone, but the charm remains. The town's historic center is its heart. Cobblestone streets, laid by hand centuries ago, weave between whitewashed houses with colorful doors and flowered windows. No cars are allowed here, so people walk freely along paths that flood with the tide, reflecting the moon in the lanterns that light the night. Beautiful churches stand proudly, like Santa Rita Church by the Bay, with its simple white walls and old bell tower. Each corner tells a story of Paraty's rich past, shaped by Portuguese settlers, African slaves, and native people. Beyond its streets, Paraty is surrounded by nature. Florianópolis, an island city where the ocean, sand, and green hills come together to create one of Brazil's most beloved places to visit. Often called Magic Island, Florianópolis is known for its beautiful beaches, friendly people, and laid-back spirit. This city is split between the mainland and an island called Santa Catarina. Most people come here for the island's endless coastline, where more than 40 beaches offer something for everyone, from quiet coves with calm waters to wide, windy shores perfect for surfing. Pra, Ia Mole and Joaquina Beach are famous among surfers from around the world. Strong waves, soft sand, and beach bars create a lively scene where music and laughter mix with the sound of the sea. For families and those who love calm waters, beaches like Jericoacoara and Daniela have gentle waves and warm, clear water where children play and boats float lazily under the sun. Beyond the beaches, Florianópolis is full of hidden trails and green hills. Hikers climb up forest paths to reach lookouts with views of the ocean and the city below. São Paulo, the largest city in Brazil and one of the biggest in the world, a giant metropolis where millions of lives cross paths every day among tall buildings, busy streets, and endless possibilities. São Paulo is a city that never stops. It is the center of business, culture, and ideas in Brazil. People from every part of the country and the world come here to live, work, and dream. This mix of cultures has shaped the city into a place full of energy and diversity. In the heart of São Paulo stands Avenida Paulista, a long avenue lined with glass towers, museums, and cultural centers. Here, modern life and art meet side by side. The São Paulo Museum of Art, with its bold red columns, is a symbol of the city's love for culture and creativity. But São Paulo is more than tall buildings and traffic. It is also a city of green, spaces where people find calm in the middle of the rush. Ibirapuera Park is one of the most loved places in the city, a huge park with lakes, trees, and open fields where families gather, artists perform, and people relax under the shade. Brasília, the capital of Brazil, and one of the most modern cities in the world, built from dreams and concrete in the middle of the country's vast central plains. Unlike any other city in Brazil, Brasília did not grow slowly over centuries. It was designed and built in just a few years during the 1950s, shaped by bold ideas of what a new capital could be. The plan for Brasília came from the mind of the urban planner, Lúcio Costa, and the famous architect Oscar Niemeyer. Together they imagined a city that looked like an airplane or a bird from above, with wide avenues, green spaces, and buildings that feel like works of art. At the heart of Brasília lies the Esplanade of Ministries, where the country's main government buildings stand in perfect order. Tall white columns and sweeping curves make the National Congress, the Presidential Palace, and the Supreme Court look like sculptures under the open sky. The Cathedral of Brasília is one of the city's most striking landmarks. Its 16 white concrete columns curve upward like hands reaching for the heavens, while sunlight passes through stained glass to fill the space with color and peace. Olinda, a city where history, art, and music live together on colorful hills that look out over the sea. Located in the state of Pernambuco, Olinda is one of Brazil's best preserved colonial towns and a treasure of culture and tradition. Founded in the 16th century by the Portuguese, Olinda grew rich from sugarcane and became one of the most important cities in colonial Brazil. Today, its steep streets and old houses are like an open-air museum where every corner has a story to tell. The historic center of Olinda is a maze of cobblestone streets lined with bright painted houses, old churches, and art studios. From the top of the hills, you can see the red roofs, green palm trees, and the deep blue of the Atlantic Ocean. One of the city's most famous landmarks is the Convent of São Francisco, the oldest Franciscan convent in Brazil. Its Baroque architecture, golden altars, and tiled walls show the beauty and detail of a time long past. Olinda is also famous for its art and its artists. Small workshops and galleries fill the town, and local painters, sculptors, and musicians open their doors to visitors. Porto de Galinhas, a place where warm waters, natural pools, and soft white sand come together to create one of Brazil's most loved beach destinations. Located in the state of Pernambuco, Porto de Galinhas is famous for its clear, calm sea and colorful reefs that form natural pools at low tide. Visitors walk out into the shallow water and find themselves surrounded by small fish that swim close enough to touch. This beach paradise was once a small fishing village. Today, it is still simple and friendly, with sandy streets, small shops, and restaurants that serve fresh seafood and local flavors. People come here not just for the beauty, but for the easy, welcoming spirit that makes them feel at home. The main beach is wide and full of life, with jangadas, small wooden sailboats that take visitors out to the reefs. From the boats, people dive into clear pools that shine under the sun like giant aquariums. Beyond the famous pools, Porto de Galinhas has other beautiful spots too. Natal, a city where golden sand dunes, clear blue sea, and strong sun come together on Brazil's northeastern coast. Located in the state of Rio Grande do Natal is known as the City of the Sun because it shines bright almost every day of the year. Natal sits by some of the most beautiful beaches in Brazil. Ponta Negra is the most famous, with soft sand, warm water, and the large Morro do Caraca, a giant sand dune covered partly by green trees that rises above the beach, like a natural landmark. Along the coastline, dunes stretch for miles. Visitors ride dune buggies up and down the soft hills, feeling the wind and seeing wide views of sea and sand. The Jericoacoara dunes are the most famous, where camels walk slowly along the ridges and people slide down the steep slopes for fun. Waters are warm and calm, perfect for swimming, surfing, or sailing. Small natural pools appear at low tide, and boats take visitors out to see coral reefs and colorful fish, just a short ride from the beach. The city's history is tied to its old fortress, Forte dos Reis Magos, built in the 16th century. The fort still stands at the mouth of the Potengi River. Pipa Beach, a stretch of soft sand, high cliffs, and warm blue sea on Brazil's northeastern coast. Located in the state of Rio Grande do Norte, Pipa is one of Brazil's most famous beach destinations, loved for its natural beauty and laid-back spirit. Once a quiet fishing village, Pipa grew into a small paradise where travelers from around the world come to rest, surf, and feel close to nature. The beaches here are surrounded by tall cliffs covered with green forest and hidden paths that open up to stunning views of the ocean below. Praia do Amor, or Love Beach, is one of Pipa's most famous spots. Its name comes from the heart shape that appears when the tide is low and the waves pull back, leaving pools in the sand. Surfers love the strong waves here, while visitors lie in the sun or walk along the soft shore. Baía dos Golfinhos, or Dolphin Bay, is another treasure. Calm waters and gentle waves make this a perfect place to swim with wild dolphins that often come close to shore. Playing in the clear sea alongside swimmers and kayaks. With Búzios, a small seaside town that became one of Brazil's most charming beach destinations, where crystal clear waters, hidden coves, and cobblestone streets welcome visitors from around the world. Once a quiet fishing village, Búzios gained fame in the 1960s when the French actress Brigitte Bardot fell in love with its natural beauty. Since then, this peaceful town on the coast near Rio de Janeiro has grown into a favorite escape for those seeking sun, sea, and simple pleasures. The Búzios Peninsula is shaped like a hand reaching into the ocean, with more than 20 beaches tucked between rocky points and green hills. Each beach has its own personality, From calm waters perfect for families, to windy shores where surfers and kiteboarders ride the waves. Praia de Ferradura is shaped like a horseshoe, with gentle waves and soft sand. Pipa Beach is lively and popular with young people who play sports on the sand and gather at beach bars to enjoy music and fresh drinks. Beyond its beaches, Búzios is known for its charming village streets. Rua das Pedras, or Stone Street, is the heart of the town. Ilha do Mel, a hidden paradise off the coast of Paraty, in southern Brazil, where nature stays wild and life moves at the gentle pace of the sea. Its name means Honey Island, a place sweet and simple where cars are banned and sandy paths lead to some of the country's most peaceful beaches. Only a small number of visitors are allowed at a time to keep the island clean and quiet. People arrive by boat and step onto soft sand, ready to explore a world without noise or rush. Ilha do Mel has no paved roads, only sandy trails that connect small villages, beaches, and forests. Most people walk or ride bicycles under the shade of trees, passing hummingbirds, flowers, and wooden houses painted in bright colors. The island's beaches are long, empty, and clean. Praia de Encantadas is known for its laid-back vibe, and the Gruta das Encantadas, a cave where waves echo and sunlight dances on the rocks. Praia do Farol has clear waters and soft sand near the old lighthouse that stands tall on a hill, offering wide views of the ocean and coastline. Arraial do Sabo, a small town on Brazil's southeastern coast, often called the Brazilian Caribbean for its crystal-clear waters, white sand beaches, and calm, simple beauty. Located not far from Rio de Janeiro, Arraial do Cahal feels like a hidden paradise. Here, the sea shines in shades of blue and green, and the soft sand beaches look untouched, surrounded by rocky cliffs and green hills. The beaches are the heart of Arraial do Cabo. Praia do Farol, often named one of the most beautiful beaches in Brazil, can only be reached by boat. Its clear, calm waters and soft dunes make it feel like a secret place far from the world. Prainhas do Pontal do Ataleia is another jewel. Two small beaches connected by a staircase carved into the hillside, with water so clear that boats seem to float in the air above the sand below. For those who love adventure, the town is famous for snorkeling and diving. Under the surface, schools of colorful fish, sea turtles, and corals create a living garden in the ocean. Many people come here to dive for the first time in calm, clear waters that feel safe and welcoming. Manaus, a city that rises from the heart of the Amazon rainforest, surrounded by endless green and mighty rivers that stretch beyond the horizon. Manaus is the gateway to the world's largest tropical forest and a city where history, culture, and nature meet. Founded during the rubber boom in the 19th century, Manaus was once one of the richest cities in the world. Evidence of this golden age remains in its grand buildings, like the famous Amazon Theater, a beautiful opera house built with materials brought from Europe and covered with a colorful dome that shines under the tropical sun. Manaus sits where two great rivers meet, the dark Rio Negro and the muddy Salams River. Together, they form the Amazon River, the largest river on Earth. The meeting of the waters is one of the region's most incredible sights for many kilometers. The two rivers flow side by side without mixing, creating a line of black and brown that shows the power and mystery of nature.